Poonch encounter. Very unfortunate news that has come in just a short while ago, as the army has confirmed that 5 of our army men have been martyred in this operation. 4 Jawans and 1 JCO who lost their lives while fighting terrorists. And while the cordon and search operation continues, we get you more and more voices on how exactly are the forces now looking at the tense situation in the valley and how they are tackling it. In the meanwhile, our reporters who continue to stay with us, Richa, also with me on the broadcast. And Richa, Gursimran also there with us, getting us details of the operation and what he's picking up from his sources in the army.
Yes, let me go across to my colleague Gursimran, who's also joining us live from Jammu. Yes, Gursimran, any more information that we're receiving as far as the official version coming in from the army is concerned? We're also getting to know that additional forces that have now been sent across and all the top officials are closely monitoring the situation on ground.
Yes, Richa, 5 of our brave hearts, they have lost their life. 1 JCO rank officer and 4 other Jawans, they have attained martyrdom in this encounter that took place in Chamrad area of Dera Ki Gali in the Poonch district. The encounter broke out after a specific input. Army launched a search operation, and during the search operation, the hiding terrorists taking the advantage of the dense forest area, they started indiscriminate firing on the security forces, in which 5 of our brave hearts, 1 JCO and 4 Jawans got critically injured. When they were being taken to the nearby medical facility, all of them succumbed to the injuries and attained martyrdom. Post that, Jammu and Kashmir Police as well as Indian Army, they have rushed the additional reinforcement to that very place so as to neutralize those terrorists, those who are hiding in that very area. The number of terrorists cannot be said that they are 2 or 3, but initially it seems that it must be a 2-3 group. That is usually what infiltrates or exfiltrates to the Pakistani territory. But they are heavily armed terrorists. We are being told that they are also highly trained. So the security forces don't want these terrorists to get an escape from here so that they can reach any residential area, because they can cause way more damage if they reach any area of the Poonch or the nearby area where there is a population. Since this is a forest area, this is an isolated area, there is no much population in that very area, and now the priority of the forces is to neutralize these terrorists on priority. And the sources are telling us that additional reinforcements have totally cordoned off this very area. ADGP Jammu Zone Mukesh Singh is himself monitoring the operation. He has directed the senior officials on ground to be on ground and update him real time on the situation. So the forces have taken this attempt of the nefarious attempts of the terrorists very seriously, because in the past, if we speak of the things that have happened post August 5, 2019, the borders were well dominated by the Indian Army as well as BSF, and hinterland was also on the upper hand for the Jammu and Kashmir Police. But how these terrorists managed to sneak in into the Indian territory, or were they coming from Kashmir Valley, or what was all that needs to be awaited, what actually the Army or the Jammu and Kashmir Police say. But we have to see how actually things pan out in the coming time. More teams have already been rushed, and the priority remains to neutralize these terrorists. This is almost 7th or 8th attempt in the recent past. If we speak of the events that have unfolded since July 7, there have been number of attempts from the Pakistani side to push in terrorists into the Indian territory. All of them have
Gursimran, we continue to get you more, get our viewers more expert voices on the broadcast. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni with me on the phone line, sir. That exactly is the concern that several experts are raising, that the terrorists could be more in number. The fact that 5 of our men are martyred really should be checked whether some of the terrorists have fled. And on the whole, the situation in the valley is worrying, because minorities are being targeted, civilians are being targeted, our army men are losing their lives, and the pattern now really needs to be looked into, because the offensive is on the rise. The attacks are increasing.
Yeah, absolutely right. We really first and foremost, my heart goes out to all those who have lost their lives. It's really very, very unfortunate, no denying the fact. The Pakistanis have changed the strategy, and we have to now adapt ourselves as fast as we can. Of course, the security forces are alert. Of course, the anti-infiltration bill is in place. But you see the kind of changes that are taking place. Firstly, in the valley itself, they're not the security forces who are being targeted. There's the software element being targeted, thereby creating a communal divide, creating a feeling of insecurity, and making the valley feel insecure. Now we have a ceasefire in place since February. Now we find that the ceasefire has no sense. We already had enough input to say say that a whole launch pad filled with militants, maybe about 200, 300 of them across LOC, waiting to be waiting for infiltration into India. You have Pakistan freeing from Afghanistan, all these Afghan fighters available to them to what they are able to do. They are also in touch with the sleeper cells in India. They are also instigating people within the country to whatever they say. But here in this instance case, probably they were moving from the north of East Punjab to the south of East Punjab. And this area where this incident has taken place is very heavily forested. It's very, very forested, and there were enough inputs to say that infiltration is likely to take place. And therefore, this ambush party was there. It's rather unfortunate that in this kind of a circumstances where the visibility is virtually zero, that instead of ambushing, they may have probably got ambushed. Yes, to say whether there were some foreign militants or there were only locals who were wanting to infiltrate from within the valley into Jammu and create chaos in Jammu. All that, I think, we still have to wait for the inputs to come in. But whatever it may be, the situation is definitely getting from bad to worse if we do not take instant, immediate action within the valley and also to ensure that these kind of incidents don't occur. So whatever it may be, losing life is not acceptable whatsoever. We have to have zero tolerance for losing life. Yes, we will lose life when such a thing is happened, but I'm sure the kind of input that was available and the kind of ambush party that was there and these people were there only to knock them off. It is unfortunate, I think, because of bad weather, the snowfall has started, the higher reaches are getting very, very cold. Things are really bad. It is, it's very easy to comment on what's happening, but it's extremely bad. Poor visibility, nothing being seen, militants wanting to come into the valley, whole lot of chaos. Pakistan using terrorism as an instrument of state policy. Pakistan hell-bent in destabilizing in India. Pakistan in touch with its closest friend, China. China trying to put as much pressure as they can along the LAC. So all this is something that we really need to address as a nation and ensure that within the nation we must all stand united. Only then can we fight these kind of adverse situations that are popping up. Yeah.
In fact, Lieutenant General Sanjay Gulkani, another question to you. If we talk about Pakistan also taking advantage of the ceasefire situation with India, and after, in fact, whatever has happened in Afghanistan, their focus is back on the line of control and the infiltration bits that continue. Is it high time that we hit back at Pakistan and hold them accountable for this?
See, what happened to ceasefire violations? Yes, the ceasefire is in places everywhere, not firing across each other by heavy guns and artillery. But these kind of incidents are happening. You find drones coming in and dropping weapons. You find infiltration within. You find the ISI and the ISISK, the Khorasan group, the Al-Qaeda group in touch with the sleeper cells in India. The militant organizations within India also being told to have part-time militants so that they are able to destabilize and create chaos within the valley. At the same time, all the other militants there are within the valley and probably even from outside joining them to ensure that the anti-infiltration grid, whatever it may be, it is extremely difficult for them to pass through. Come to other means, there are a whole lot of other places from where they can infiltrate. Bad weather coming in, snowfall has commenced over there. It's a thickly forested area. You can't even see beyond 4 to 5 meters from wherever it's happening. There's enough chaos that is taking place, so we really need to put our acts together, see to ensure that this kind of a situation will be created. Pakistan ceasefire is nothing. It makes no sense whatsoever. Yes, I would say people along the LOC can at least have a real good night's sleep. Otherwise, it would be extremely difficult for them also. But Pakistan uses all kinds of means. This ceasefire was only primarily to ensure that they could be free of all the activities and concentrate in Afghanistan. That's what the ceasefire was all about. Pakistan has a hidden agenda. Having established themselves in Afghanistan, what they're now doing in India is quite evident that all this Pakistan will continue to use terrorism as an instrument of state policy. We must not even think otherwise that Pakistan is going to behave like a sensible state. It will continue. We have to ensure, we have to be vigilant. Inputs are also coming. These one-off incidents will have just about happened, but yes, not acceptable whatsoever. We have to be very, very careful. And before the winter sets in and before the heavy snowfall sets in and the higher reaches get closed, all these activities have to be monitored, curtailed, and eliminated whatsoever. And that area where it has taken place is an old place where infiltration has been taking place for years on.